Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maral Karbaschi. Thank you for joining this session. Today, I want to talk about a problem that seems simple, but in reality breaks many machine learning systems in production. That problem is imbalanced data. More specifically, I will show how techniques development in financial fraud detection can help us build better and safer clinical risk prediction systems. This is not a theoretical talk. This is about real-world machine learning systems where rare events matter the most and where small mistakes can have large consequences. Let me quickly walk you through what we will cover. First, I will explain why standard machine learning approaches fail in rare event settings. Then we will look at how fraud detection systems solve this challenge. After that, we will transfer those lessons into healthcare. And finally, we will focus on deployment decisions because that is where many system success or fail in practice. Most real-world risk systems are highly imbalanced. In fraud detection, fraudulent transactions are typically less than 1%. In healthcare, critical deterioration events are also rare. However, despite being rare, these events carry the highest impact. Missing fraud leads to financial loss. Missing clinical deterioration can directly impact patient safety. And so, in these systems, the minority class is not noise. It is a most important signal. This might sound like a small proportion of the data, but in practice, it completely changed how we evaluate and design these systems. Let's consider a simple example. Imagine a data set where 99% of cases are normal and only 1% are critical. If a model predicts everything as normal, it achieves 99% accuracy. But it detects zero critical events. Zero. And this is exactly where many real-world systems fail, even though they appear to perform well during evaluation. So the model looks good numerically, but it completely fails operationally. This is what I call the accuracy illusion. Why standard ML fails? The deeper issue is not just imbalance, it is how we define the objectives. Most machine learning models optimize overall accuracy, which creates a natural bias toward the majority class. As a result, rare but important events are ignored. This is not because the model is weak, but the objectives doesn't match the real-world goal. So to fix this, we must rethink the problem formulation. Better evaluation metrics. Now, instead of accuracy, we need evaluation metrics that reflect real-world priorities. Recall measure how many rare events we detect, and precision measure how reliable those detections are. In imbalanced data set, precision recall curves are often more informative than raw curves. Confusion metrics allow us to understand operational behavior of the model. This shifts in evaluation is often the first steps toward building systems that actually work in practice. Fraud detection systems, the financial industry faced this challenge early. Fraud detection systems operate on a large scale, highly imbalanced data set, and must make decisions in real time. Over time, they developed robust systems, including real-time scoring, monitoring pipelines, and continuous returning. The key insight is that success comes not from the model alone, but from the entire system around it. Healthcare prediction problems share similar structure. We still deal with rare events, structured data, and high-stakes decisions. However, the cost of error is even higher, which means we cannot directly transfer solutions without adapting them to this new context. This makes healthcare an ideal domain to apply lessons from fraud detection. Let's take the sepsis prediction as an example. Sepsis is relatively rare, but early detection is essential. Detecting is early can significantly improve patient outcomes. Missing it can have severe consequences. However, if the system generates too many alerts, clinical may start ignoring them. So we must balance detecting performance, usability, and trust. This is not a modeling problem, but a system design problem. Modeling strategy. There are several modeling strategies we can use. This includes class weighting, resemble method, gradient boosting models. These methods help address imbalance during training. However, they are only part of the solution. The larger challenge is designing the full system. Here is a simple example using logistic regression. By setting class weight to balance, we increase the importance of the minority class. This simple adjustment can significantly improve rare event detection. Even small changes like this can significantly shift model behavior when dealing with rare events. Threshold selection is a critical step. Most models use a default threshold of 0.5, but this is rarely optimal in practice. Lowering the threshold increases recall, but also increase false positive. Raising the threshold reduce alerts, but increase missed cases. So threshold selection is not just technical. It is a decision about acceptable risk. A deployment framework, a real-world machine learning system includes multiple components. Data ingestions, feature engineering, model training, threshold tuning, and monitoring. Importantly, many failures occur after the model is deployed. So deployment discipline is essential for the success. The confusion matrix helps us understand system behavior in practical terms. True positive represent correctly detect critical events. False positive represent unnecessary alerts. False negative represent missed critical cases. In healthcare systems, false negative are often the most critical. In healthcare, additional constraints apply. The model must be explainable. They must be monitored for bias. They must adapt to changing data distributions. And they must comply with regularity requirements. So building a high-performing model is not enough. Every systems face trade-offs. False positives lead to alert fatigue. False negatives lead to missed critical cases. The goal is not perfect prediction. It is safe and reliable decision support. So, the goal is not perfect performance, but making the right trade-off for the specific application. And machine learning systems do not fail because of model. They fail because we optimize the wrong objective. If we fix that, we can build systems that actually work. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to your questions. Thank you.